Well, we get a lie of the land across all our islands in the small island forum. So that's Gibraltar, of course, Jersey, Guernsey and the Isle of Man. We work very, very closely together, but once a year we meet in one of our islands and then we share a lot of information, particularly looking at how we can deal with organised criminals and things like that.
Well, with that in mind, it must be useful to learn about the different styles of policing. Policing in Gibraltar, I imagine, is different to policing in Guernsey, in Jersey and elsewhere.
Do you know, I don't think it really is that much different. It is, we all adopt, if you like, the British system of policing. That is, we police by consent. We are all effectively citizens in uniform, whether it's Gibraltar, whether it's in Jersey or in any of the other islands. So we understand that actually we police for the community, and therefore there isn't that much difference.
And I imagine, do you have a lot in common in terms of the challenges that they all face? Because as you said there, they're not all that different, but are there common challenges in this day and age of policing?
Yes, there are. And of course, there isn't a police chief, I think, that I've ever met who wouldn't say he or she wouldn't mind more resources and whatever. We police, if you like, small countries. Therefore, the jurisdictions are very small. Therefore, you have to have resilience. You have to have staff who are properly trained to deal with every eventuality. Our staff double, treble and quadruple hat because we can't all have standing armies. That just wouldn't be affordable. But they need to be ready and ready to react in every eventuality. So we do have challenges around capability and capacity, which is not unusual in those other islands and Gibraltar.
I imagine once you do go to all of these different jurisdictions, relationships are formed.
Relationships is everything, isn't it? Somebody once said to me that really partnerships is built on relationships. We're very fortunate within the Small Islands Forum that we're all very experienced police officers having worked in other jurisdictions. We recognise how important it is to share information, collaborate in the way that we do. That's why we're so enormously grateful to the police commissioner here over the last couple of days in what has been a pretty packed schedule, I have to say. But more importantly, as I go back to my enduring point, it is best that we get on, it's best that we collaborate because the outcome is better service to those that we are here to serve.
And how are you when it comes to being at the end of the phone? Should anyone need advice?
Well, we meet on a once a month, and of course these days we're not on the end of phones anymore. The technology allows us to sort of meet via Teams and whatever, so that's always been the case. But what I do know is if I've got one of my colleagues who've got a particular specialism or can provide me with advice, I mean there is well over 100 years experience between the four of us. I know I can pick up a phone anytime, and indeed I've had to do that in Jersey over the last 14 months or so, asking my colleagues for assistance in some of the jobs that we've had to deal with.